Hello, my name is Kerr, and I will be explaining non-chord tones. I made a song, but I'm doing visuals real quick, just so you can see what's going on. First one I want to talk about is, what is a non-chord tone? A non-chord tone is a tone that is in between two chords that is not in the chord. So starting off with this, which will lead into our first definition, it's a passing tone. But there's a note here and a note here, and supposedly there are chords underneath both of them. This note wouldn't be in either chord, but it would help transition between them, adding texture and variation. This is a passing tone. A passing tone is a melodic note that moves stepwise between two chord tones, and typically these happen on offbeats, unless they're accented, which in that case they occur on a strong beat.
An example of this in a popular song is Something by the Beatles, where the melody moves from C to B to A.
The second type of non-chord tone we have is a neighbor tone. Neighbor tones are also called auxiliary tones, and they move stepwise, just like passing tones, but they move away from a chord and return. Appoggiaturas are a third non-chord tone. They're approached by a leap, and then they resolve in stepwise motion. Usually the step is in an opposite direction, and they're typically accented, which that means that they occur on strong beats. Gape tone is similar to appoggiatura, just in an opposite order, where first they're approached by a step, and then they leap, as opposed to the other way around. They usually occur on weak beats. Double neighbor tones, or changing tones, or cambiata, they have a lot of names. They first move by step from a chord tone, and then leap to a non-chord tone, before then resolving back. What makes these unique is they are two tones, as opposed to just one, like the others. Anticipations are when a note is played from a next chord, but it's played early, before the chord arrives. They're typically unaccented, and they resolve by holding into the new harmony. There's a lot going on over here, but I want you to ignore all this for now. Focus on this. This is the last one we'll be talking about today. Suspension. The suspension is where a note is sustained from a previous chord, and it's held until the harmony changes. Suspensions are usually accented, and they're categorized by their intervals. Now I have a song for you.
Okay, I'm gonna sit for the bet.
It's a teenager getting in the pen area. Igor!
Okay, I think this is good mic volume. I don't know. I'm recording this on my MacBook right now. I don't got a mic. Whatever. What's it? What's it? What's it? What's it? What's an NCT? A cooler way to get from A to B. What's an NCT? And no, not in the club, it's still in seat. How many do we got? Not 5, not 2, but 7, I believe. If they got more of them, we'll hear about it inside Theory 3. First thing that I gotta talk about is passing tone. Big step, I'm moving stepwise between the chord and tone. Downbeats unless it gets accented, then it's strong and on. I feel it on minute like a menace, strike the chord is on. Neighbor tone and moves around and moves right back. It's stepwise, it's also called auxiliary, there's that. Upper it goes up, lower it goes down. It suffices to say this a new wave, so don't you drown.
NCT, non-chord tone. NCT, non-chord tone. NCT, non-chord tone. NCT, non-chord tone.
Next up is appoggiatura, ABB. And it needs to stepwise, which begins with the leap. The leap is step by opposite, it's typically accented. Leap step the other way, that's how it slides, you get it? Escape tone, same thing, but put it in reverse. You step out of the chord, then leap away to the hearse of the next chord that you body in. Your song got speakers throttling. Out with the oldies, NCTs, this ain't no cardigan. Changing tones, also double neighbor tones, a cambiata, different names, but all these the same. So here's what you ought to know. It goes step, leap, step. First you step out the chord, step, leap, step. Then you leap out some more, step, leap, step. Then you step right back in. That's it. And that's it.
There's also suspensions, which occur when a note is sustained by a previous chord and resolves downward by step after the harmony changes. They're usually accented and categorized by their intervals, like a 4, 3, 7, 6, 9, 8, all that. Anticipations, those are also a thing. That's when a note belongs to the next chord but is played early, before the chord arrives. It is typically unaccented and resolves by holding on to the new harmony. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can use these techniques to try and spice up your music, to add intrigue, and to also add more texture. So let's say you're a commercial music recording engineering and producing major. You can use this to take tracks which already had a lot going for them and add even more moments and intrigue to a track that already had a great bass. This richness and improvement of sound as well as intrigue can help get more eyes on your music and give you better opportunities to either get a record deal or to get streams and sales for your music, which can help you not only make the music you love and continue to do so and receive funding for it, but also make it a career and also spread the Lord's word through your work and your craftsmanship. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned and have a blessed day. Peace.
NCT, non-chord tone. NCT, non-chord tone.
That's a wrap.